So what I wanted to talk to you about, and what you kind of touched on before we got going,
Sure,
is the grades thing at UCB that's so hot right now. And by the time this comes out,
no one's going to care anymore.
It won't be hot at all.
No one's going to give a shit at all anymore.
But recently they decided.
But people really care right now.
Oh, it's so hot right now.
Yeah,
and I don't even know because you're not on Facebook. Well, you're not.
I'm not. Yeah,
You're on, but you're not on.
There is a me that's on Facebook, but it's just it's like a bot. You know, like it's like it has my face and speaks with my voice, but it's not me.
Right, and I haven't been on Facebook in a while either. The only reason I have it is so I can post the podcast stuff.
Sure, yeah.
But I just went on a couple days ago when I anyways.
Yeah.
The grades thing is a hot take, and what happened for those that don't know is UCB decided to put the grades that have always been given online so people can see them. And the irony being that I set up a meeting with Johnny Meeks this past week before that was announced that the grades would be available online to meet with him to get all my grades and go over my profile.
Yeah.
But apparently people are like outraged by this. And you're a teacher. What are your thoughts on it? To me, it makes sense. I mean, you take a class, you get a grade. I don't get what the outrage
I'm on
is.
that page. I mean, and also, you know, I have to say, like, I'm getting all the outrage secondhand because I'm not on Facebook. So I think that's where it's all happening. But here's my impression of what happened. Is for years, like at least since I've been teaching, every single student I've taken has gotten a grade and a comment. And all of those comments since I've been teaching have been written in the format of like you're talking to the student.
Right.
And so this is like since 2009.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah,
I love that the idea of having a database for the student.
Yeah,
student
and
profile.
it's like really helpful for teachers to go like, okay, well, like what is this like? Especially for like the advanced study classes, you go like, okay, well, what is this person's other teachers? What have they said? What's this person working on?
Yeah.
Like, you know, how can I? You know, once you get 3 or 4 weeks into a class, you can go like, okay, how can I push them in a direction they need to go? You know, that sort of thing. So it's very useful. And that was, I think, part of. There we go. That was part of, I think, the school's effort to get accredited with the National Academy of Schools of Theater.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And so that's been going on forever. And evidently, this was not common knowledge. Like, I think this is part
How
of the
is that not
out.
common knowledge, though?
I truly don't know. Here's my.
I love that they do that. Like I said, I think that's valuable to have.
It's a school. It's legit. You know, like I think people don't appreciate like how much effort goes into like making it an actual school and not just like a fucking playground. You know.
But even if it wasn't an actual school, I think that's a great idea to have a record of how students did or what they've done.
Yeah, and so
it's called organization.
Yes. And so here's my impression
Key to
of
any
what
successful
happened.
business, even.
Yeah, well, I mean, also like. You know, so I think my impression of the freak out is twofold. And again, this is all coming to me secondhand, right? Like, so one, it seems that people are freaked out that there were grades, to which I say, like, just grow the fuck up. Like, I have so little sympathy for people who are upset that they're being evaluated. Like, if you're upset that you're being evaluated, like, you are in the wrong city, you know? Like, this is a city where, like, I remember very early on moving out here, realizing that, like, getting a bad haircut could cost you a fucking job, you know? Like, you're being evaluated constantly.
Or having a mullet forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like
you
somebody
just wind up, we won't name names. But so one, like, I think people are upset that they were being evaluated and didn't realize it, which I suppose there's an angle to take that the school could have done a better job saying that people were being evaluated, but that was never, my impression was that was never secret. I was always very open that was happening.
Yeah.
But I guess not all the teachers were, which is shitty.
I think this is a common thing known as hashtag activism, where people have this faux online outrage.
Yeah.
And apparently 2017 isn't going to be as great as everybody thought it was.
Yeah.
And we're still back in the same thing.
Well, it's also, it's impossible to tell how many people aren't talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, like out of all the people who are freaking out about it, it's impossible to compare. It's impossible to say, well, 60% of former UCB students are freaking out about it. Because the ones who aren't posting anything.
Yeah.
And that's probably the majority.
Yeah.
So I think people are upset to find out they were being evaluated. And then it also seems like there's a lot of people upset to find out they got a B instead of an A, which to me I have zero sympathy for. I have absolutely fucking zero
That's
sympathy.
above average.
It is above average, and also like,
but not in the UCB grading. That is average.
In UCB grading, it is average, and like most people get Bs. Like in my classes, like if I have a class of 16 students, it's probably going to be the case that 14 get Bs, maybe 1 or 2 get As, and if someone's like really a turd, they'll get like a C or a repeat level. Like, but they have to be like, to repeat a level, it has to be like if I'm teaching 201. and I have somebody in week 8 of 201, and I imagine them in week 1 of my 301 class, and I get annoyed at whoever let them get there, then I make them repeat level. But like that takes a lot. They have to have like a really fundamentally misunderstanding the core concepts of that level. And if they get the concepts, but they're not super great at executing them, but they're trying and they've improved over 8 weeks, then they get a B. Like it's. But
I like it. Again, I think it's great, and
it's great. I'm upset that I don't have any grades. Like literally, I was like, I wonder what my grades are, But like the last class I took was in 2011,
right?
And people were getting graded then, but that was like a class with like Ian Roberts, and he's not going to sit down afterwards and go like, "Good job, Berg," he's not going to take that time.
Anyways, that was my rant. Thank you for the B. In my class.
You're welcome, man.
And I'll work on listening and reacting this podcast.
There you go.
That was a common theme that went through all my stuff. Apparently, I don't listen and react, and I'm going to work on it right now.
Good, but see, it's helpful, right? Like, it's helpful. It was really good.
Me and Johnny stewed over everything, and it was really good to have.
It's all intended to genuinely help people, and people going like, I can't believe I didn't get an A. Is like, if you're in it for the grade, you're doing it for the wrong fucking
But like
reason.
knowing that I don't listen and react, me and Johnny were like, I should do like a mono scene group. I should start doing something where I'm forced to listen and I can't just run away from it.
Yeah, it'd be great.